Welcome to Fairy the Greyhound. It's Bank Holiday Monday. We're back from Dorset and we decided we would go to the All About Dogs show, which is at our local park, Hylands Park. And it's a show which you can do little dog classes. There's lots of stands with doggy shops, and there are main arena displays you can watch as well. There's also lots of different activities that the dogs can try out. After a lovely sunny day yesterday, today was wet and raining, and there was mud everywhere. There were a lot of people and dogs at the show, and so them tramping over the grass was just churning it up into a bog. We had a wander around the shops to start with, the stands, and we found this WWF stand which was offering weekly lottery for £1 a week, and you had the chance to win £1,000 a week or a rollover draw up to £10,000. So we decided to do that as all proceeds go to the World Wildlife Fund. Fairy then spotted the lure coursing, which you could have a go at with your dog, and obviously having been a racing dog, used to chasing things on a string, she was very, very excited by this, as you can see by her ears pricking up. So I thought I'd better let her have a go at it. She had been wearing her coat to wander around the show because it was a wet and cool day, but we took her coat off to do the lure coursing, as I knew she would get warm running around. She got incredibly excited watching the dog before her having its turn.
Try that. I thought you might.
Yeah, you're not letting the dog go though.
Fairy! Then it was Fairy's go, and she knew exactly what to do, and she went round very quickly. Right, wait there.
Ready?
Wait there.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hey, well done.
Yay! We went back later on and she had another go, so she'd had 2 goes. I didn't want her to do too much of it because it was very wet and slippery. I didn't want her injuring herself. We gave the swimming pool a miss because Fairy's not very keen on swimming. She has been for a couple of doggy swimming lessons in a swimming pool, but I wouldn't have made her go in there today. It wasn't a nice day. It was cold and wet, so she would have got cold. We then entered the Fun Dog Show. We did 3 classes: Loveliest Lady, Best Rescue, and Most Amazing Eyes. There were 4 different dog show rings going on at the show altogether, and we decided to enter show 1. There were a lot of dogs in the ring, probably 40 dogs in each class. Fairy was very unimpressed and just kept staring over at the lure coursing. That was all she was interested in. She got very fed up of standing up and was whining. It was far too muddy for her ladyship to lay on the grass, so I bought her mat for her, and she lay down on that during the judging because she got so bored and fed up of standing up. Fairy was awarded 4th place in Loveliest Lady, and here she is with her rosette, again looking very unimpressed. After the dog show, we had a little sit in the seating area. We had some snacks and a drink and a rest for a few minutes before we went on to try the next event, which was doggy flyball. We'd seen this at Crufts and thought we'd like to have a go at it. Fairy doesn't fetch balls, but she does chase them, so she was okay at it. She ran after the ball, but she didn't bring it back.
Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Come on, Dad, let's
Go again.
What place is it? Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Oh, look at that. Baby! Baby! Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Go after it again. Go on, one more time. Are you ready? One more. Ready, ready, ready. Go, 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 go. Baby! Come on, darling. Good girl. Good girl.
As the day went on, it got muddier and muddier with all the people tramping over the grass. We came early when the show opened at 9:30 in the morning, and this is about 12:30. So we decided that we would go home about 1 p.m. As it was just getting muddier and muddier, and it started raining heavier as well. All the dogs at the show were absolutely filthy, plastered in mud. Luckily, Fairy being so far off the ground, she only seems to get the bottom parts of her legs dirty, although a little bit of mud had splashed up under her belly. So she was going to be needing to have a clean up and a bath when she got home. Wherever we were walking around the showground, Fairy kept looking for the lure coursing, and every time she saw it, she was very, very excited and mesmerised by it. She wasn't even bothered about the natural dog treats stall. She was just looking over at the lure coursing. She tried on a lovely tweed jacket just before we left, all fleecy lined, to warm her up after her cold day. And when we got home, she was straight in the shower to get cleaned up. I don't have a bath, unfortunately, so she had to stand in the shower cubicle. And I don't have a handheld shower. It's one of the high ones which is fixed above. So I had to get a bucket and do her by hand. Fairy doesn't really enjoy baths, but she tolerates them well. She's such a good girl. She just stands there and lets me wash her, with a very unimpressed look on her face. In the summer, when it's hot weather, I wash her out in the garden using the hose pipe, which also cools her down, but it's far too cold for that at the moment. She very rarely gets muddy enough to need a wash. I think this is only the third time she's been bathed in the 2 years that I've had her. Time to rinse. All right. There. Oh, who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Yes, such a good girl. Put it up here. I made sure that I dried her off well, right in between her paw pads and her toes, to make sure that they were all dry and didn't get irritated. After her bath, Fairy couldn't wait to get out the bathroom and go and have a nice lay down on my bed. And after washing her feet, I always use a paw balm to moisturise her paw pads so they don't get dry and cracked.
I'm okay. Oh. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl?
All clean. All clean. Want some paw balm? Nose and paw organic cream, coconut oil, beeswax and hemp oil to moisturise your paws and nose. Yeah? Is that nice? Mia? I hope you enjoyed our day out at All About Dogs Dog Show. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers. If you haven't yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button and turn on your notifications, and we'll see you again soon for another fairy adventure.